Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of Game 2 between the Carolina Hurricanes and Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Right off the bat, thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Christopher, for becoming a new member.
Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated.
Thank you,
bud.
Chris.
Let me see. Do I have it, Kings? I have the other one. So the computer restarted, so bear with me.
It should be in your email still.
Yes. Yeah.
Colin says that Jankowski, number 77, likely to play for the Canes tonight. Morrow stays in the lineup and Nikishin is out. Okay. I thought it was Kokiniemi who was going to be out. There it is.
Okay, so I have to take another screenshot of that.
I do have to ask you one thing. It seems so very simple.
Oh wait, you never saved the numbers?
No, I got. Well, the computer restarted on its own.
Wait, look at that one.
Nope.
No, not that one. The one to the left. There.
Okay. All right. So what am I changing?
Okay. Icy says, Kyle, let's go Cats. So I guess get rid of. I believe Kokiniemi is the one.
Do you want to wait till the game starts to find out?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta close up Discord because it automatically starts.
Yes, Shanahan is officially out as Leafs president after 11 years. JC says, I'm still in Milford, Ohio, and changed hotels just to be able to watch the game.
Oh, wow.
True says hello, positive energy. Hello, Trey. Hello, Icy, Craig, Colin, Matthew, Stapleton, Sean. Okay. So, let me see if I can find.
Because of that, but again, the fact that they chased so much last game compared to the first two rounds was something new to them. And the Panthers can't change a thing. They played the perfect game one in this series. Their D have to continue to get involved offensively.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh goodness. Defensive zone, using it in the offensive zone too. They're going to continue to do that.
Hey, Andrew, thank you for the 5. Thank you.
Bud. Thank you.
Says
Thank
go
you, buddy.
Panthers.
Back up here.
No Kokiniemi, so it is confirmed. Dad, you have time. Replace Kokiniemi. I thank you, Dad. You're awesome. Kokiniemi is out.
Okay.
And
What do I got?
he is being replaced with Jankowski.
Mike Jankowski.
And his number is 77.
Okay, and that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sean says, I hope Toronto wins in 2098.
Oh.
Yeah, Toronto has to make big changes. Marner is guaranteed out. Trey, I heard that Morrow is still in. I think Chatfield is still out. Yeah, Brandon Shanahan has been fired. Hello, hot dog. Michael says, man, I want Samo to get his first playoff goal this year. Well, the lineup has not changed from the other night, correct? So Samaskevich is still a healthy scratch. Trey says, I was hoping Shanny would get extended like Sweeney. Not every team can be a boys' club. Unfortunately for the other rooting teams. Colin says maybe Kachuk will get a goal tonight. Been waiting for him to get it going. No, I have not washed the jersey. JC says Marner turns down being the highest paid player via extension early in the season, but that's going to age well. I'll be surprised if he gets anything higher than 7. So John says Morrow seems to play again. Yeah, Morrow is in.
Calm down. This is what I'm gonna look like in a year.
Are you in a superhero movie?
No, but that's how I feel when I hit my goal weight with row.
Can jumping once through row really do all this?
They can help you lose 20% of your weight, but
Matthew says Marner will probably go to the Western Conference. Yeah, he might sign with a team like Chicago. Bex says, "What's up, my dudes? What's up, Bex? We're doing pretty good."
We've got the Canes and the Cats. Eastern Conference Final is here. A couple franchises with winning cultures. This is a rolling machine.
David says, "Hi, Kyle and Mrs. Jaws." And here comes Jaws.
Who's this guy Jaws y'all talking about?
Andrew says, "Good luck to the Kitty Cats tonight, hoping our oily boys can recover and see you in the finals." Yeah, maybe next game the Oilers won't surrender 3 power play goals in 6 minutes.
Right? Is that okay there? You got enough food? Good?
JC says, "Marner to the Ducks or Sharks, make it happen. Leafs going to go all in for Bennett."
No.
Hello, Hungry Xenomorph. Hello, Damien.
All right, let's go. Because that's really helping the channel grow. So they have to subscribe to comment. I've been doing that since the Toronto series.
Michael says, "What's the big deal with Bob's pre-games and rituals? That's all I've been hearing." So,
Okay.
do you need the volume adjusted?
For right now, it's okay.
Okay. Panthers defenseman this postseason, 12 goals and 30 points, leads the league. Hot Dog asks, "Where is..."
This is the stuff that my brother Gene does.
Hot Dog says, "Where is Sean
Hold on a
McDonuts?"
second.
They got the running back of the Carolina Panthers doing the siren in Raleigh.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Duckling thinks this is going to be a cardiac Cats game.
I'm telling you, saying that to show to him. I know, I'm not sorry. I sent you a text anyway. Pay attention. All right.
All right.
So they already did the anthems and everything?
No, I think they're about to do the anthems.
Okay.
Lex says, how soon do you think Ratkin drops his gloves tonight?
Well, it'd be interesting to see. Okay.
Now at this time, please rise if you are able, and you remove
That
your
was his response.
and join us as we honor America with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. For this evening, Lee Dicker.
Yeah, tell me you're kidding.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Take off the hat.
I'm done. Almost broke my nose.
There's my man.
All right.
Table.
Look at that dude's signed jersey.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. So there's Bob.
What?
JC said the
Oh.
singer's trying to be a country gospel opera singer.
Yeah, exactly.
Definition of try hard.
Yes.
That's what I said. He'd be trying to do too much.
All right, so here we
little
are.
bit. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. It's supposed to.
Oh, okay.
All right. Barkov versus Jordan Stahl in the faceoff circle. And it's collected by Brent Burns. He dumps it in. Seth Jones erased by Carrier. Intercepted. Rodriguez with the puck. Mikula enters the zone.
In the rush again. Maurice is going to have a heart attack.
Now it's a battle along the boards. I see Barkov in there. I think Rodriguez is there with him. Slavin collects the puck. Canes get the clear. Barkov recollects the puck. Seth Jones dumps it in from center ice. It rolls to Walker, who moves it along. Intercepted by Kachuk, sent to the corner. Ekblad there for Hagee behind the net. For Hagee loses the puck, but Bennett is there to collect it along the boards. Passes to Verhage. Verhage turns around near the circle, sends it back to the corner, intended for Kachuk. Now it will be... Oh, who is this? Yeah!
Hey!
Forsling!
Forsling! Yes!
Forsling
baby, yes!
scores!
Ha!
Wow.
Damn.
A minute and 17 seconds
Wow.
into the first period, the Panthers have taken the 1-0 lead.
Okay. What happened to the thing?
It's buffering.
That's not good. We
So-
lost the game in the middle of the. Oh, jeez. We okay? It's coming back.
I might have to back
You're gonna
out.
have to back out.
I'll
and
have
get
to back out
live,
and
yeah.
re-enter.
That was weird.
Hey, Watch Medicine.
Watch.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for the
Watch.
2. Says,
Thank you,
oh
Watch.
yeah, baby.
What the hell's going on here?
Here we go.
Okay.
Taylor Hall sends it high, recollected by the Canes.
That again.
Slavin Burns unable to hang on to it. Anderson at a 0% save percentage. Well, it's still early in the game,
Yes,
so
very much so.
Mikkola sends it over,
Oh.
intended for. Is the 4th line out there already? Finn says, nice start, Florida. Yeah.
Yes.
So Jankowski's out on the ice for the first time. He replaces Kokiniemi on the 4th line for the Canes tonight. Puck rolls over to Greer, sends it up, intended for Gadjo, but it will be Gostisbehere, I believe. Kachuk did get the assist on that Forsling goal.
Oh,
Mikkola
man.
gets erased by Martinuk. Orlov
Oh.
shoots. Martinuk tried to deflect it past Bob. It goes to the corner, and now it deflects out of play. 16:59 to go. Forsling.
Man. Anderson just didn't even see it. Like he wasn't even close to getting that. That
Dana
was
says,
crazy.
hello, everyone. Hello, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
Where is that puck? Okay, it goes back to Burns with the puck. He shot. Rodriguez able to get the clear. He dumps in. Anderson collects the puck, has trouble with it. He has to send it to the upper corner. Rodriguez able to feed Forsling.
Ooh.
It goes back to the corner. Barkov could not pick it up. Stahl finally able to get the clear. Ekblad is at center ice to dump it. Dennis says, damn, you guys are way ahead of me.
Huh. Usually we're behind.
Svechnikov turned it over to Kachuk. Kachuk,
Right in front?
it's
Oh.
right in front for
Oh.
Hagee.
Hagee just couldn't.
That was a good defensive play by the
Yeah.
Canes. Orlov passes it. It goes to Svechnikov, back to Aho. Behind the net, tries to set up Jarvis and then
There you go,
Slavin.
Bubba.
Bob gloves the shot. 15:55 to go.
Yeah, nobody was even know that score.
Right. Yeah. I see it got deflected as it went in.
Yeah. Aho versus Lundell in the face-off circle. It rolls to Schmidt behind his own net. And then Lundell able to bank it ahead. It goes out of play. Ted says, hi, Jaws. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Donna. $15:47 to go in the first. Lundell battling for that puck. It is Taylor Hall trying to reach it, but Seth Jones gets there first. Taylor Hall sends it out of his own zone back to Anderson. Gostisbehere collects the puck. Stretch pass. Seth Jones will reach the puck first in his own zone. Taylor Hall falls down while pursuing him. Lundell able to send it up ahead, but it's collected by Gostisbehere.
Oh.
It's a 2-on-1.
Oh, damn.
Luosterainen went for the backhand. He sort of ran out of room to make the pass. I thought he was going to make the pass. Gadjevich with the puck. Now it goes over to Jankowski, but it's sent back around the boards. Castle Siege.
Loose in front again.
Castle Siege says, "Hey, Jaws and Kyle,
Hey, buddy.
hello." Yeah, congrats on the win last night, Castle Siege. The Stars really impressed me in that third period. Robinson with the puck, pursued by Kulikov. He sends it back to Slavin, who sends it around the boards. Schmidt could not get enough of the puck, but we do get the clear. Indigo Beautiful says, "Hey, cat lovers." Hello, Indigo. Stahl behind the nets, passes to Slavin, back to Stahl. Could not handle it. It rolls in front, but Forsling is there to get the clear. Bennett's really skating fast. There's a collision at center ice. Not sure who was involved. Castle Siege says, "Thanks, Kyle. It's crazy how many power plays the Oilers gave us."
Yeah.
That
was a wild end to the game.
Indeed. Vechnikov dumps the puck in. Mikula there in the corner. Now it rolls over to Tkachuk.
Jeez.
Verhaeghe with the puck as he enters the zone. He tries to get it into the corner. Marchand with the hit. He gets the puck to Verhaeghe. Pass deflected. Svechnikov able to send it ahead. Aho unable to reach the puck. Bob leaves it for Mikula. It goes to Luosterainen, who has trouble handling the puck. Luosterainen still trying to get it away from the Canes. Lady Sky says, "Just got here and the Hurricanes are already losing." Puck, I think, hit the ref.
Oh!
Luosterainen tried for a deflection shot. Taylor Hall with the puck in the Panther zone. It rolls to Roslovic, back to Taylor Hall, and Stankoven's along the boards as well. Orlov from the blue line spins around. Passes back to Gostisbehere. Orlov shot. Saved by Bob. 12:01 to go in the first.
Okay.
Oh, Tkachuk collided.
Tkachuk must have fallen. He didn't just like dive on. He didn't. I don't think he could have done that on purpose.
It looked like he was already in a slide.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
Shadow Wolf says, "Jaws, what do you think of what Seth Jones said today about wanting to be greedy today and try heading home with a 2-0 series lead after tonight?"
I love it.
Florida Man says, "Great start for the boys." Beck says, "This game feels very choppy and broken up plays back and forth."
Get used to dying. You can't save us.
One false move and your man burger.
Mickey 17, rated R, streaming May 23rd, exclusively on Max.
Dennis says Chuckles is a mess. He can't skate or stay on his feet.
I mean, technically, maybe.
90 days is not enough to get to know a person.
I feel like the best thing over here.
I want the break. I just need a break. I need a pause.
That's my guy sitting there.
Because you can't be on the ice the whole game. Because that's not how it works.
Barkov in the face-off circle in his own
Shaking.
zone against Stahl. That's just from the vibrations.
I know. Jeez, that's gonna be. I can't watch that. Let me know when they're done showing that angle.
They're
Thank
done.
you. It's trying to kill me.
Panthers win the face-off. Kulikov clears the zone. I think it's going to roll on net, so no icing. There we go. Slavin with the puck. Slavin looking stretch pass intended for Carrier, but it'll turn into a contested battle on the corner. Barkov behind his own net. Burns collects the puck, but Kulikov takes it back. It goes to Rodriguez, back to Kulikov, over to Schmidt. Schmidt should finally get the clear. He does, but it's batted down by
You
Slavin.
can't touch it, though. Offsides. You big dummies.
Jameson says, is it me or has the ice in Carolina been terrible? Puck is bouncing everywhere.
It is bouncing. I wonder if they keep it that way on purpose.
Hear that story about him protecting his little brother?
No.
That's what he thinks about when.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd have to
Oh,
read
it's
that.
really good.
11:21 to go. Aho versus Bennett in the face-off circle. Canes win the face-off and get the clear. Seth Jones plays a bouncing puck. It rolls back into the Kane zone for Hagee, able to dodge the hit from Orlov. Seth Jones tries to keep the play alive. Aho gets the clear. It goes over to Seth Jones, who dumps the puck in the Kane zone once more. Puck rolls away from all the Canes players. Seth Jones able to outmaneuver Aho. Forsley now with the puck. Waits. Passes it to Bennett. Bennett looking. Panthers enter the zone. I believe this is Luosterainen. Yes, Luosterainen turns shots. Tried for deflection, but it goes out of play. Cade says the ice.
They keep taking shots on goal away from Carolina.
Cade says the ice in Dallas is often horrendous. I remember slushy spots in the 2000s Cup final. Marshy is still chirping at Ghost. Yeah. Canes win the faceoff. Oh,
damn.
Luosterainen had a shot, but it went wide. Taylor Hall enters the zone, leaves it. The puck bounces right in front of Bob.
Get it out. Oh, not
Marchand
quite,
turns it over, but Slavin can only send it to Stankoven behind the net, who is pressured relentlessly by Ekblad. It rolls to Slavin at the blue line. He shot, gloved by Bob.
Okay.
Beck says they tend to review the shots throughout the game to see if it actually went on goal.
I see.
And we are headed back to commercial.
Okay.
Want to know a secret?
No.
More than just my armpits stink.
No, I didn't want to know anything.
So yeah, would you say this has been pretty evenly matched?
I believe so.
Awesome. Jake says, you know who would be pretty good for Carolina right now? Mikko Rantanen.
No thanks. I'm good. I'm good without him.
It's going to be with each other as a team, as one. So tonight, we'll do everything, whatever it takes. We're going to go out there and period by period. Attack. That's our Frenches all the time. Don't fight for each other. We're hard for each other tonight. Fight for each other, boys.
Where's the pinata board?
Yeah, I'm not interested in pinata board.
Hot Dog says, I've never seen a player get traded twice in one season.
Doesn't happen all that often, that's for sure. Not a big player, anyway.
Let's see. Hungry Xenomorph asks, thoughts on the Isles reaching out to Shanahan?
That already happened?
Yeah. The Isles.
I mean, that would make sense. They need a guy. Right?
Someone from Twitch is a cream pie monster is predicting Luosterainen has 2 goals tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah. The Isles had asked the Leafs permission to talk to Shanahan, and the Leafs had granted the Isles' request.
I see.
Face-off just outside the Panthers zone. Panthers win the face-off. Kulikov passes the puck along. Schmidt sends it into the neutral zone. Can Reinhart reach it? He does. Burns will be the first to reach the puck. Aho with the puck. No, excuse me, that's Carrier. Kulikov able to pass to Reinhart. Reinhart flips it all the way down the ice. Burns able to send it to the neutral zone, but it goes straight back to him. Slavin now with the puck. Slavin over to Orlov. Over to Svechnikov. He shot. It's blocked by Mikkola. Mikkola knows he took that.
Yeah.
Puck.
Put it in. Do the thing.
Marchand
that's not the thing.
unable to get a good enough angle.
Come on, ref, get out of the way.
The ref is moving the puck. Now Seth Jones with the shot.
Oh,
it goes just wide. Must have been deflected. Panthers recollect the puck at the blue line. Bennett tries to feed for Hagee, but unfortunately,
good hit by Bennett.
Walker was there. For Hagee behind the nets, he tries to wrap around.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe.
Who got it?
Taunts, thank you for the 10.
Hey, thank you, Taunts. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Taunts.
Thank you, Taunts.
Thank you, Taunts. Says Bob styled in. Get out your brooms, fam.
Wow.
It's a little bit early for that, but
we will, have to. He paid for us to say it. So
we will gladly
allowed.
take the 2-0 lead. Let's see. So I want to see.
Kachuk's in front. For Hagee.
It was a Kachuk. Yep. It was a Kachuk goal, I think. Wait for it. Look for the replay. Right there. That puck had to bounce off Kachuk.
All right, you're going to roll it? All right, we're going to... All right, I hope you're right. All right, here we go. Here,
there's Diego. Yeah,
that's a Chucky.
that's a Chucky.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
All right. They know what's up.
He gets the perfect deflection off his skates.
No, it went off his stick. Either way, 2-0 or 2 shots. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good thing.
Panthers win the faceoff. Forsling with the puck. He passes to Luosterainen and he shoots. Where is it? It goes back to Ekblad. Ekblad with the puck. And
Okay, what do you-
and Anderson makes the stop.
This one? Oh, yeah. Jack Mathias is going to be here Saturday. He'll be here Saturday and Sunday.
So the Panthers nearly make it 3-0.
Okay.
I think Anderson will be finally credited with a stop. Look at that. Luosterainen was right there, and then Anderson with the good save, and then Ekblad sent it towards the net again. 2 goals on 3 shots, including on the first 2 shots of the game. 7:59 to go. There was a brief scrum afterwards, but Kachuk with Verhaeghe and Mikkola on the assists.
Mikkola is becoming an assist merchant.
Well, we need someone to replace the defensive production we lost with Montour.
Well, we kind of did that with Jones. Mikkola is trying to do his OEL impression.
Yeah. Who is the Canes' backup? It's Kochetkov. Matthew Tkachuk already has a goal and an assist tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, because he assisted the Forsling goal. Panthers on the rush. Barkov with the puck. Barkov met with some resistance from Burns. Stahl cannot get the puck away,
They're
though.
holding him, and they still can't get the puck away from him.
Rodriguez tries to feed the puck to Reinhardt. It does get out of the zone. Mikkola able... Oh, it goes out of play.
Can you tell if Chucky's skating better?
I mean, he's been skating better. He's not skating all that normally, but he was never a great skater to begin with. But the fact that he's in front of the net, that's a good sign because it's hard to really be effective in front of the net if you got a groin or a core injury.
Don't let your dude get like that.
6:48 to go in the first. Face off just outside the Panther zone. Yeah, those are the actual shots on goal that they're showing, the statistics on the TNT broadcast. Bennett tries to collect the puck. It goes to Mikkola. It bounced off the ref. Kachuk trying to recollect it. He does get the clear. Yeah, the Canes have not won a conference finals game since 2006. The Pacers just won their first conference finals game since 2004. Yeah. A drought that had been even longer than the Canes. All right, so there is
Penalty?
a penalty, and they blew the whistle while the Canes had the
Yeah.
puck.
Really?
Wow, they called Svechnikov for roughing.
And Kachuk is laughing. So what?
It was Svechnikov.
Oh, see that
for
bump to the back of the head?
yeah, Svechnikov
Yep.
took a cheap shot at
The
Kachuk.
hit was fine, but that pop to the back of the head in front of the ref.
Yeah,
I mean, you're just
Svechnik-
daring them to make the call at that point.
Svechnikov, you big dummy.
That taunts again. Thank you, taunts. Thank you,
Hey,
buddy.
Taunts.
Thank you, taunts.
Thank you for the TED.
Thanks, bud.
Taunts is yawning and saying cats and Taunts.
They're allowed to say it.
All super chats from Taunts are the express and sole opinion of Taunts. Korriban says, guys, let's not get cocky right now. Definitely agree with
Yes.
that.
Yes. No. Give me 4-0, then we can have a discussion. I can only imagine how stunned Canes fans are right now.
I'm sure some of them are already taking to Twitter asking for Kochetkov to be subbed in.
Is that?
Hey, Sean, thank you for
Hey,
the
thank you,
2.
Sean. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you,
says, for Donna and my broomstick. So Svechnikov gives the Panthers a golden opportunity to potentially capitalize on the power play. Yeah, that Pacers game was insane.
No idea.
Dana says plenty of game left, guys.
Lots of game left. Yes.
Janaya says Bettman should just hand you the cup for the second time in a row so we don't have to deal with heartbreak. That's the Oilers fan talk.
Right.
So
now
Panthers on the power play, puck held in the zone by Seth Jones. Kachuk he chooses the pass to Ekblad. Hey, save that for Barkov, will you?
Yeah.
You don't need to make that sort of pass to Ekblad.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Reinhardt with the puck at center ice. He sends it back over to Kachuk. Kachuk crosses the blue line, leaves it intended for Barkov.
Chucky's not the guy that should be carrying the puck in on the power play.
Jones leaves it
get our
back
act together.
for Reinhardt.
It's Reinhardt or Barkov should be doing that.
Reinhardt over to Ekblad, and the pass to Barkov was unsuccessful, and it leads to a 3-on-2 for the Canes, but it will bounce behind the net. Barkov picks it up.
Come on, guys.
Just recollect yourselves. Kachuk.
They're rushing. They're trying to do it too fast, and so they're just getting set up.
Just get set up. You still have just under a minute. Okay, now it's going to be the second unit.
Rodriguez got dumped.
Rodriguez was very slow getting up. Stahl. The puck rolls just past Stahl. A lucky break.
Go
Rodriguez looks shot blocked. Damn. Rodriguez, the puck rolls to Verhaeghe. Can he get a shot off? It's blocked. He tries again.
Yeah! Yes!
I believe that's going to be Verhaeghe's goal.
Yes! That's 3.
Wow.
3 goals on 4 shots, bro.
Wow.
Holy hell.
Or make that 3 goals on 5 shots.
All right, we'll
that is
Jeez.
a 2/5. That's a 400 save percentage for Anderson.
Jeez.
Verhaeghe from the circle.
Wow.
Look at that shot go. It might have deflected. Was it deflected off of Bennett or of Orlov? I think Bennett might have tipped that in.
I think it might have been Bennett.
So the Panthers power play capitalizes, and we are winning 3-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first. Still a long game to go.
Long game to go.
I love this start.
Decent start.
Hey, Great White.
Hey,
thank you for the 10.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Great White.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Jaws.
Thank you, Great White.
So,
all right, now let's just get out of this period like this.
Yeah, Bennett's for the buddies.
Don't do stupid like we did the last game and give them something at the end.
Kate says, "Come on, Canes, on my dad's birthday."
Oh man, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the Canes put Kochetkov out there,
I don't think they want to drag Anderson out in the middle of the period.
maybe for the start of the seconds, though.
Pulling them at home like that.
So we'll find out who that goal gets credited to. Looks like we iced the puck again. 3:25 to go.
That's not the problem.
No, it is not. It is not the girl from last night at all. It is that her. It is her. I know that's her sister. Yeah, yeah. That's the girl from last night. If she was vegan.
3:25 to go in the first. Face off in the Panthers zone. Let's see. So the seconds line personnel has been outstanding tonight so far.
Forsling, Kachuk.
Oh, man.
Man, that was close.
That was Lundell trying for what would have been a sick deflection.
Okay.
Orlov can't hold the puck in the zone. Brett loves being a Panthers fan.
This is one hell of a time for us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see how the rest of this game goes.
That's going to be icing.
Canes ice the puck with 2:38 to go.
You know you're having a bad night when Ekblad wins the race for an icing.
That's so close to George's birthday.
That Taunts.
Hey, Taunts.
Thank you, Taunts. Thank you, buddy.
for the 10.
Thank you, Taunts.
Thank you, Taunts says LMFAO, game's over. Canes are hot garbage. You are aware that the Canes came back from a 3-0 deficit against the Devils, right? Just saying.
We're going to make it 4-0.
So Icy says it was Bennett's goal, so
Bennett?
Potentially Bennett for the
Okay, Bennett
puppies.
for the puppies.
Yeah, Jameson says Benny got a stick on that third goal, so
Okay. Yeah, that's what they're talking about now. Barely, but I think you can see the puck kind of wobble a little bit afterwards.
right there.
Yeah, he got
There
a stick
he
on
got
it.
so that Bennett and Kachuk with excellent deflections, both off for Hagee shots. So Bennett's credited for Hagee and Rodriguez with the assist, so that's at least 2 points for. That's 2 points for Hagee, 2 points for Kachuk, and a point for Bennett.
I mean, how do you? Well, it's a power play, right?
Yeah, it's a power.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you leave Marchand wide open like that? But somebody's going to be open.
Jameson says Reinhardt is gone to the dressing room.
Well, that's not good.
I hope it was just a blocked shot.
It's close to the end of the period, so maybe, maybe he's just got to go potty.
2:08 to go in the first. 3 goals on 5 shots. Lobo Paul says, "Hello, Jaws and Kyle. How about this 3-goal lead in the first? Let's keep it going, boys. Go Cats." Kochetkov is the Canes' backup goalie.
Yeah.
Hey, Watch Medicine, thank you for the
Thank
2.
you, Watch. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Watch.
Thank you, says Florida's Category 5 better than Carolina's Tropical Storm.
All right, want to draw?
So, third line out on the ice for the Panthers. Taylor Hall sends it up ahead and then gets buried by Schmidt.
Love it.
Anderson forced the pass quickly. It bounces over to Kulikov in his own zone. Hey, George. Thank you for
George.
the 20.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Says-
Much appreciated, bud.
Original Panthers and Heat fan, I remember when they had to bring in dehumidifiers for the 96 Cup run.
Yep.
Forsling with the puck. That was dangerously close.
They called it.
They called it. Seriously? You
God.
had to take too many men now?
That was stupid.
Olechka says the Heat are so sad right now. And maybe they can turn it around if they get Giannis.
What happened? The two guys? Yeah, it looks like Jones jumped on when he wasn't supposed to. Wait, did they undo it?
Did
Why are
they
booing?
Did
Hold
they?
on, shut up, I'm here. Sorry. So
1, 2, 3. Okay, so
no,
it is
a power
it
play.
is a Canes power play.
Yeah.
Reinhardt's knee apparently got hit a little awkwardly, says Jameson.
Hopefully he's okay.
J Miami Sports says the Heat will get back in shape. Don't worry. Hopefully they do. Pat Riley didn't want to pay Jimmy Butler, and that might prove to be a wise decision, but the Heat still need to get some sort of retooling or rebuilding done. Let's see. It is we
There
get
you
the
go.
clear.
Good job.
Less than a minute left in the period. Gostisbehere with the puck from center ice. He dumps the puck in. It rolls towards Luosterainen and Forsling. Forsling gets taken off the puck. Gostisbehere at the blue line over to Jarvis. Back to Gostisbehere over to Aho. Has the puck deflected away from him. Forsling over to Ekblad, but it rolls back to Aho at the blue line. Now it goes to Aho. And then Jarvis whiffs on his shot. And it goes back to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere looks. It goes missed pass to Svechnikov. Gostisbehere shot missed wide. That's the end of the first.
Oh. Well, hopefully Reinhardt's okay. That's the only thing to worry about there. Okay, then.
All right.
So,
a 3-0 lead at the end of the first period for the Panthers. Wow. I did not expect this. The only real flaw was committing the too many men on the ice penalty. And it did not cost us a goal yet. Yeah, I'm sure the crowd in Raleigh is booing right now. So, great period for the Panthers. Just got to keep it up. Don't let off the gas. Who scored? Forsling, Kachuk, and Bennett got the goals for the Panthers. Both Kachuk and Bennett scored off of deflecting shots from Verhaeghe.
Universal Orlando Resort.
These are my two. A few overlap.
Others are straight.
Yeah, for swag, he found his swag.
Cleans better with one simple touch.
No matter what kind of teeth, you got a brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired brown brush head hugs and cleans and gets in between. But where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better. These are my teeth. The key to
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Sadly, windshield chips will turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safe flight.
Jay Miami says the Stars came to play tonight. Yeah, Derek says Brindamore was pissed. He's about to let loose in the locker room.
I bet. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
All right, get me your water. Hi, lady. I've been you some shit. Give me kitty. That's a good girl. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. He says our guys are stepping up as the playoffs go on. Grizzly Reviews says it's just not even close right now. Carolina just can't stop turning it over in their zone. Let's go, Cats. Colin says, I'm just very surprised by the score. So am I. Well, the Tigers just had the bases loaded and couldn't score a run with no outs.
Want more playoff stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the basketball playoffs in assists?
One Walden Crazy Guy says, did you see how angry the Hurricanes coach was at the end of the period? I'm sure he's flipping out at his players. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room. Yeah, the White Sox loss record might not even last a year. The Colorado Rockies have set a league record for worst record through 50 games. 8-42. You can literally make a meme. Every other MLB team, even the damn White Sox, have a win percentage of at least 300. I think the Rockies are at like 160. Hey, Jesus Arezabal, thank you for the 10. Thank you, buddy. Says good period, and the Kachuk goal should bring Carolina a bit of PTSD. Not again. Think the Hurricanes fans. Damien says, Kyle, good period. Keep putting the foot on the gas. Yeah, that's what the Panthers need to do. Do I think the Hurricanes from 2 years ago would have done better? That's really hard to say. I mean, aside from the additions of Stankoven and Taylor Hall and the loss of Natchez, this Canes team really is not that different from the one the Panthers beat 2 years ago, at least not in terms of personnel. Yeah, Chucky he hit the hit. he got a hit to the head, but that was Svechnikov gifting the Panthers a power play, which we capitalized on. Yeah, Brindamore looked livid. The Canes have just kept hurling prayer shots from the blue lines. But the Panthers need to be prepared for whatever, I am sure, adjustments that Brindamore is going to need to make here. Florida Man says, just in case Jaws didn't see my comment earlier, Jaws, that green looks better than the Dallas green. Did Helliebuck suit up for the Canes? I'm not sure. Ted, Verhaeghe got the shot, but Bennett did deflect the puck with his stick.
Here you go.
Pancakes are not necessary until
second.
And you have a plate right here that you can use. See?
All right, okay. Yeah, pancakes are secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, the second line has been a beast tonight. 5 points and 3 goals. Or should I say 2 goals? Because Forsling scored first. But I believe he did score while the second line, or at least part of it, was out there, because Tkachuk got an assist on the Forsling goal. Then Verhaeghe assisted Tkachuk on the second goal. And then Verhaeghe assisted Bennett on the third goal. Awesome Jake asks, why does Carolina always do this? Well, it really, I guess it comes down to some sort of problem that the Canes run into where 2023 was a unique case because every single one of those Eastern Conference Finals games in 2023 could have gone either way. They were all 1-goal games. 2 of them went to overtime. 1 of them went to quadruple overtime. Skylar Williams says, go Cat Rats. Neil says, this so far has been the least stressful conference finals yet. Well, I am going to prepare myself now for the Canes probably having a fire lit under their ass by Brindamore. He might even put in Kochetkov. Yeah, we watched that quadruple overtime game too. Mikey says, gotta give us some credit. We're playing great hockey and making him look bad. Yeah, well, the forecheck in particular has just been relentless against Carolina. Yeah, the boys got to keep grinding them out. We saw how Stars and Oilers went last night. Never gets too cocky. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. One Wild and Crazy Guy says, hey, buddy, you are doing a hell of a job. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that.
business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. We can get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? When I switched to T-Mobile, give me an ecosystem card.
All right. Cade says urinating tree said it best. We're a juggernaut. Awesome Jake says, I think Carolina's going to make massive adjustments coming into the second. Yeah, they have to. They're losing 3-0 after 20 minutes in game 2. Yeah, hopefully Reinhardt's just getting checked out and will come back. Skylar says Paul and the team got that dog in them. They just want to eat. So yeah, the Panthers just have to keep playing like they're playing, and they have to be prepared for whatever Bryn DeMore has plans to try and get his team back in the game. Yeah, we look pretty good. Skylar says, Alechka says they play like Carolina bullied them in high school.
NBA record. 54-60 wins double digits. NBA record has continued as well in the playoffs. Already 3 30-plus point wins in the first 2 rounds.
Ted says, I want one more insurance goal from the Panthers. So do I.
The joy in his teammates to see that young man get the MVP is awesome.
And I stand by the MVP as a team award. That's why Shea got all of his teammates Rolexes, got them gifts, because those 68 wins, if he has 63, if he has that race is a lot closer. So it's the dominance by your entire team, led by you. That's what gets you that MVP. So I'd love to see his teammates.
Watch Medicine says Carolina was undefeated at home and had the best defense and penalty kill in the playoffs, right? I believe that is correct. Mikey says, my guess is it won't take long in the second to get the 4th goal.
I walked up the stairs so quiet.
Yeah. No, she followed me. Come on, Lay, come over here. Come on, over here. Come on. Come on, on the couch over here. Come on. Get up, Tim. Good. Okay?
Yeah, Rogelio says it's not over till it's over.
Yeah,
Foot
yes.
on the pedal.
Exactly. No.
Good girl.
Careful, please.
I almost.
You broke the glass, you idiot.
Be careful, you're gonna break the glass. You broke the glass. Classic.
Yes. All right.
There she is. The rookie who thinks she can take down the Southwest Alcohol.
You don't get to where Saxton is without leaving a trail of bodies.
Sax didn't kill my brother.
What if you did?
I'll kill him myself. She's a pro.
Good baby.
Duster. Streaming exclusively on Max.
Okay.
Oh.
In 1899, a hockey lover made a proclamation.
Ted says, cute doggy.
What's that?
Where are you hearing that, Colin?
That's not good. He must really be hurt if he's not coming back.
All right, the second period's about to start.
Yeah. That's not good.
So oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Aho had the hits.
That's not good.
That is an awkward hit to the knee. So Reinhardt will not be returning after the hits by Aho. So
That's not good.
no sick with the puck. So time winding down on the Canes power play. So I assume Anderson stayed in.
Yeah, we hadn't heard anything different. So what's Maurice gonna do? Who's he gonna put in Reinhardt's spot?
Well, penalty kill is over, but Aho with the puck and he
Shit,
scores.
and Bob immediately. Good Lord. Way to let him back in the game, boys. What was that? Way to let him back in the game. What the hell happens?
See,
I mean,
Bob was way out there again.
and it's
I mean,
good, and
not
it's the right
again.
spot if he closes his legs. That's shit. Are we looking to see if the puck came out?
Did the puck come off sides? Let's see if it comes out. Oh,
That
that's
puck's
close.
Well, let's show the other angle. That angle doesn't really tell us anything. It's definitely out.
Okay, so Maurice is challenging it. Big Dog says, I'm bad luck. Right when I get down here putting my baby to sleep, they score.
You would have to assume that Burns gets a piece of that puck from that angle.
Because it goes in the direction that Burns.
Yeah, Burns
Yes.
clearly touched that puck with his
Yes.
stick.
Yeah. That's going to be offsides.
I mean, in any case, the puck came out of the zone.
It looks like Burns is the one that puts that puck back and forces his team to be offside. If the challenge is
Okay.
it leads to a power play.
Yes.
No goal.
Oh.
Okay.
Good job, Maurice.
All right.
We catch a lucky break.
We catch a lucky break. I mean, it was offsides.
So it is
That poor
still,
man's like us, the Kucherov.
it's still 3.
I mean, there's no question it's out. And then, yeah, you can see there
So it remains
3-0.
3-0. Can we not make that sort of turnover
Right.
again? And I hope Rhino is okay.
Yeah, that's the only
Like I
concern
think
right now.
someone quoted Jameson Olive. Per Jameson Olive. You know. Reinhardt lower body will not return tonight. Per Cat's PR.
Yeah.
Imagine that hit might get a second look from the NHL. All right, so it goes over to Greer. Now it ends up with Carrier. Greer recollects the puck. Hey, Watch Medicine, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, Watch. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you, Watch.
Thank you, Watch.
Thank you. He asks, is Reinhardt out for the series?
How, you know,
You don't know.
Hopefully he's not.
honestly, if he needs a rest until the Stanley Cup Finals, I think we can beat this team without him.
Gostisbehere moves the puck,
It's not like
Taylor.
he was lighting it up right now.
but he was helping shut down the.
Sure, but we don't have that much of an issue here against the Canes. You know what? In the sense that there's not like, 5 40-goal scorers to shut down. I have confidence in whoever ends up there on the top.
TK says it doesn't look broken, maybe sprained.
Yeah, so if he needs a week off before the Stanley Cup Finals, assuming we're not going to lose this series because Reinhardt's out. We would definitely need him against Edmonton or Dallas, but we're not going to lose this series because Reinhardt's out. So hopefully he's okay. I'm not going to let it frost my cookies right now.
Burns with the
I
puck.
would like to see that top line and see who they put up there with him.
Okay, well, I see Bennett,
Unless they're
Kachuk,
going to
and Verhaeghe.
double shift some guys. You know what I mean?
Why is it down?
Puck intercepted, but it's retaken by the Canes.
His spot on the PK was no sick, so that might give us remember when
Yeah,
we needed the other game.
Verhaeghe sends it wide of the net. Bennett collects the puck over to Verhaeghe.
Oh.
Deflected wide.
I mean, we've got depth for miles. I love Reinhardt, but he's just got depth for miles.
Jameson says Greer with the hit on Sean Walker.
So it's Verhaeghe, Barkov, and Luosterainen? Or am I blind?
No, that's Verhaeghe, Barkov, and
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Right.
Makes sense. Which means Verhaeghe is probably double shifting. Canes ice it with 16:34 to go in the second.
Okay, 2 and Big D tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Dallas Stars with a 1-0 lead.
Ted asks what happened to Rhino. Aho hit him in the knee. and he was in some clear discomfort.
Right.
Oh, the Canes win the face-off. Gostisbehere with the puck. Sent ahead, intended for Martinook. Martinook pass intercepted, but Gostisbehere has the puck.
Good
We
job.
get the clear. Barkov with the puck.
Rodriguez, Gadjevich.
We were offsides.
Okay, so we're just going to throw anybody up there, I guess, at this point.
You want to turn the laptop
Oh,
back?
sure. Okay.
16:09 to go in the second.
And honestly, while we were getting out of Reinhart with his defense, so if you throw one of the defensive forwards up there, you know what I mean? And then if he's out, you put Boquist in, or you move Samoskevich back up.
Canes ice the puck again.
Tonight's action. Yeah, that collision did not look good at all.
Lusterine and Lundell Marchand. Seth Jones with the puck. He has a lot of open ice. He shoots.
Oh.
Saved by Anderson. Now Lundell cycles the puck. Pressured by Roslovic. Marchand is there to pick up the puck. Marchand at the side of the nets looks. He will turn around and shoot. I believe Anderson made that stop. Marchand got the puck again. Now Jones passes to Mikkola. Mikkola shoots. It deflects wide. Lundell hits behind the net. Yeah, at least Rhino got up and skated to the bench.
Yeah, he'll be okay. It's a sprain. Maybe he's got to miss a game. I mean, if we keep playing like this, let him just rest until the Stanley Cup final. He could use the rest anyway. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Puck over to Verhaeghe. Mikkola now flips it in. Kachuk unable to reach it. Brent Burns. Pass intercepted by Bennett briefly. Slavin with the puck. Tries a backhand. Recollected. Bad
that
turtle.
was stupid.
Jankowski had a shot. Blake now collects the puck. All right, so puck in the corner. Bennett finally able to collect it. Stretch pass to Bennett. He has Schmidt on his left. Schmidt shoots.
Oh.
Goes wide. And then it rolls out of the zone.
And we don't know if it's a situation where they're figuring, well, it's 3-0. We can win this without him. Or he could have played if it was, 1-1 game 7 type of deal.
Yeah. Forsling sends the puck up ahead. Nosek.
I think we were offside.
Nosek over to Barkov, but Barkov could not get the puck.
If we score here, I'd be a little bit worried about offsides.
It's held in. Now it's Forsling with the puck. Rhino was wincing on the bench. Hopefully it's not swollen too bad, says TK. Yeah, there's no reason to risk exacerbating something nagging him.
None whatsoever.
Anderson leaves it for Orlov. Puck goes all the way over to Mikkola. Anthony Manzano. It's a 2-on-1. Marchand looking to pass to Lundell. He sent it on net. Stopped by Anderson. Lundell with the puck. Oh, it bounced behind the net somehow. Anthony Manzano says, Jaws, a friend and I were talking. Luosterainen shot gloved by Anderson. A friend and I were talking, says Anthony, and he was saying if we let Bennett and Ekblad go to free agency without re-signing them the contracts, he wants to go after Dobson and Holtz. Those are RFAs.
Well, I'd rather sign our guys. I don't want to think about who else we're going to. I don't want to put the juju out there of thinking about replacing guys until they're gone.
Yes.
Expresses, I would like the NHL to look at that hit. Well, I'm sure they'll at least give it a brief look.
I'm sure the Leaf fans like that hit.
Sunswine, it was a hard hit. Aho collided.
Yeah, it was playoff hockey. People do that shit on purpose. It's going to take a lot more than Reinhardt getting out for this series to turn.
I have an important question.
Are you hungry? I'm hungry now.
Not the hiccups.
One of my ancestors left Spain for the New World and a new life. 400 years later, I'm back.
That's so exciting! Hola, familia!
Green Loogie says, beer o'clock, cold beer here. Get you cold beer.
We have found Spain.
Eva Longoria, searching for Spain, returns June 1st on CNN.
Welcome back to the NHL on TNT. A lot of talk and a lot of money surrounding 6'5" Nico Mikkola coming out of game number 1 for the Florida Panthers. He's got an assist in this game. But coming out of game 1.
Anthony Mazzano says, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm replacing Aaron and Sam already. I'm already knowing that they're both going to ask for massive contracts, so I'm being realistic, Jaws.
Well, I don't think they're going to ask for. I just disagree. That's all. They had already been negotiating with Bennett, and if you remember last year, they negotiated with Reinhardt, but then they didn't sign the contract until after the season was over, after the playoffs were over. So I wouldn't look at the fact that they haven't signed Bennett as any indication that he's going to go. And Ekblad has all but said he'd take basically whatever the Panthers could give him in terms of he wants to stay and he's willing to take a cheaper deal.
Bob with the puck passes over to Kachuk. Kachuk has trouble with it. It rolls to Mikkola. Hey, Andrew, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
Andrew.
Andrew says.
Thank you, bud.
I think it's a deep bone bruise. It also hit him more on the thigh. I had a bone bruise before. It's
yeah, that could be. That could be.
Schmidt with the puck over to Jones. Schmidt looking, sends it to Verhaeghe behind the net, back to Schmidt. Schmidt goes to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe with the shot, sticked away. Bennett to Verhaeghe, over to Gadjo. Oh, man.
Yeah, they're just double shifting the fourth line guys on whatever line. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's just like 3 guys go play. You know, we don't even need lines.
Schmidt sends the puck up ahead. It was deflected, so no icing.
I'm trying to hold my breath.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. Forsley net was offsides. 11:01 to go in the second. That was Stankoven got the stick on the puck and prevented Gadjo from scoring.
All right, Panthers. Let's get goals 4 and 5 here. and put a little distance here so we can eat our pancakes in peace.
Exhumed by Scrying Eye says team chemistry is worth the luxury tax. If he can keep key guys over letting them go, it's worth it. Of course, it's not my money, but as fans, we just love our guys. Yeah, the only thing you have to watch out for is to not fall into the trap of keeping the guys around long after they like, that's something the Kings did. They made the mistake of keeping all those guys around for way too long, or the Penguins being the best example.
Yeah.
But
I just don't think we're going to lose Bennett and Ekblad.
So 10:45 to go in the seconds. Yeah, we can keep rolling out the third line. So right now it's Barkov for Hagee, and who is that? Barkov sends it back towards the corner. Burns unable to get the clear. Rodriguez dumps it back in. Puck recollected by Burns. Hey, Adonis. Welcome. Apparently he watched Thunderbolts the whole first period, and now he's able to join us. The Hurricanes have just 1 shot from a forward tonight, and 5 shots total. Panthers out shooting them 12-5. Schmidt gets the clear, but it's an icing.
Yeah. Didn't need to do that.
Anthony says, Jaws, it seems like Carolina is falling into the same trap. The Florida is making them play the Panthers game, not theirs. And that's what Mike Rupp and James Van Riemsdyk said on NHL Network. Green Loogie says, go ahead.
Canes don't have a choice because we've got enough speed to force the issue.
Yeah.
Like if they can't handle the forecheck and our speed, they don't have an option. You know what I mean? There's nothing they can do about it.
Green Loogie says Panthers playoffs is legit beating up my PTSD and depression, and I'm all for it. Yeah. Who is double shifting, Canes or Panthers? Asks Ted.
No, we're just like taking the fourth line guys and throwing them wherever because we're short Reinhardt.
Bennett with the puck clears the zone.
Like is that Greer out there?
No, this is the second line.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if I saw Greer. Who did I see?
It's a turnover.
Yeah, it's Greer. Yeah, it's Bennett, Kachuk, and Greer.
Greer with the puck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Greer shoots saved by Anderson.
They're just taking the fourth line guys and throwing them wherever.
The TK Lundell is fine.
Yeah, it's Reinhardt.
Puck out of play. 8:26 to go.
It was 1 second. It was Barkov, Gadjevich, and Verhaeghe. Now they got Greer with Bennett, Kachuk. Depth is a beautiful thing. And if Reinhardt's out, you just put Verhaeghe up top. You put Samoskevich back on that second line. And if Carolina can't handle our speed now, imagine if we put the fresh rested Samoskevich on the ice. Okay? So I love Reinhardt, but you could put Bolquist, which is probably the way Maurice would go. if Reinhardt was out for any length of time, he'd probably just put Brokus back up there.
You can go the distance for what
No, sir, I'm just making sure you're okay.
and with travel perks like guaranteed.
Andrew thinks it's a thigh bruise, no knee contact.
All right, I like that.
That's the powerful backing.
Easy for me to say.
Challenges are our greatest opportunities. When we take them on, we make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda you've ever dreamed of. All new Passport Trail Sport. Built for limitless determination. Honda, official vehicle of the NHL.
I would like that fourth goal anytime now.
That's coming.
Sean Walker is back on the Canes bench. I guess he had left at some point.
I guess we must have been talking. So now it's Bennett,
Kachuk.
Kachuk, and Nosek.
Nosek takes the center face-off. Panthers win the face-off. Puck sent towards the net, rolls just past. Kachuk collects it behind his own blue line. Stretch pass collected by Nosek, but forced out. Forsling with the puck. Stretch pass. Rolls to Brent Burns. Carrier dumps the puck in. Jarvis passes to Burns. Puck rolls. Ekblad didn't know where it went for a second. Jarvis with the puck.
Good
Shot
job.
blocked and cleared by the Panthers. Bob decides to play it. It goes to Nosek. Turnover. But Martinook could not get a handle on that bouncing puck. Canes hold it in the zone. Martinook behind the net. It stays behind the net. Stankoven tries to get it in front.
Oh, shit. Good job, Bubba.
Nosek does not get enough. Martinook, another save by Bob.
We could use a clear here.
We could use the clear. And finally, we get the clear.
There we go.
7 minutes to go in the second. Stankoven with the puck. What a move. But he gets met by Mikkola. We get the clear, but the Canes are able to immediately dump the puck back in our zone. Now Rodriguez on the rush with Barkov and Verhaeghe. Rodriguez!
Oh, Barkov just overskated it a little bit.
Taylor Hall.
He would have parked at the side of the net instead of continuing behind the net. That's not his instinct.
Oh boy. Puck blocked away. Barkov with it has to send it to Seth Jones, who sends it to Rodriguez. Held in by Hall briefly, but Mikkola now on the rush.
Connor Mikkola.
All right, puck deflected in. Kulikov there. Blake fell down. Kulikov shoved aside Robinson. Oh. Hand pass. 5:37 to go. Good save by Bob.
5 minutes till pancakes.
We turn Boost Mobile to a legit nationwide 5G network. There's just one.
Did you get rid
And
of
no
your
one knows
hiccups?
that. So to get people excited,
Did I?
I'm asking.
I noticed.
Yes, maybe you did.
Best. Best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, and getting it done. For them, only America's most
Exhumed by Scrying Eye says the best way to beat Bob is to turn the puck over in our zone. Carolina has a chance if we beat ourselves. We need to be sharp, close to home. Our defense is killing it, though. Hungry Xenomorph says, maybe I'm wrong, but are the Canes playing overly physical to their own detriment?
I don't know. They're just not handling our energy. It's like we coasted all season so we'd have energy at the end of the year. You know what I mean, Carl?
Yeah.
It's really starting to look like they just like went out there and smoked a joint before every game in the regular season, just chilling. It's just kind of what it looked like. You know what I mean? I mean, there must have been 50 games that were like, they're saving it for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Justin says, by the way, hey guys, hope you're doing well. I've been here for every playoff game. I just don't talk too much because
Very
I'm
cool.
so locked in on the game. Always nervous.
I hear you. Appreciate that, brother.
Gabriel asks, Fluffy, what's your take on Reinhardt? Do we put in Samoskevich next game? Knowing Paul Maurice, he probably puts Boquist in.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, maybe if we get up 3-0, he might give Samoskevich a game, but I just don't know that he's. I mean, the game Boquist plays is exactly what you would want against Carolina. Hey, dummy!
Bob with the save against Martinuk. Lusterainen able to get the clear. I thought for a second that puck had went into the benches. Let's see. Where is the puck? It rolls to
He's already
Jordan.
offsides.
It is offsides.
I don't know why they're booing if I can see it from here.
Judy says, how bad do we think the Rhino injury is? I missed it. Well, it could be just bone bruise to the thigh.
Yeah. You know, a game like this, 3-0, you just don't know if they're just holding them out because we can win the game without them.
Greer tried to reach the puck, but Burns collects the pucks, passes it to Stahl. Stahl sends it over to Martinuk.
As long as we have a healthy Reinhardt for the Stanley Cup final.
Kulikov turns over the puck, but we do get enough of it to get the clear. Burns with the puck at his own blue line, crosses center ice, passes it as the Canes dump in. Stankoven at the side of the net, can't hang on to it. It's intercepted by Schmidt, who gets the clear. Greer potentially.
Whoa!
Oh, that was Rodriguez with Greer, but Anderson made the stop. Forsling stretch pass has Kachuk. Kachuk over to Bennett. Bennett shoots. Saved by Anderson.
Oh no!
Oh no! Who was
Ekblad
that?
Blows the tire.
And then Forsling bails him out.
Saves his ass. Good job.
Puck gloved down. Ekblad able to get the clear. Orlov has to play the puck from deep in his own zone. What a move by, who is that? Morrow. Haven't really said his name tonight.
Yeah.
Mikkola with the puck. Mikkola over to Marchand. Marchand can't hang on to it, but is able to give possession back to the Panthers briefly. Mikkola with the puck. Now it is, I believe, Walker who dumps the puck in. Bob chooses to pass to Mikkola. Puck bounces to Luosterainen, who gets the clear. Rolls to Orlov. He's being pressured by Gadjo. Gadjo might get the steal here. No, he passes to Morrow. And then Nosek waits.
Yeah, he had to wait for guys to get back on side.
And then Greer enters the zone. He takes the puck behind the Canes nets. Greer looking, sends it to Schmitz. Schmitz shot. Gadjo could not get the rebound. Why is only... Oh, there's the other defenseman. Oh, man.
Through the crease and nothing.
Through the crease. A lucky break for the Panthers. Yeah.
You know we're having a good game when we're like, it's a shot on goal. You know what I mean?
We still lead shots 14-7. Canes hold the puck in the zone. It goes to Roslovic, who skates behind the net, still has the puck. Puck intercepted.
Bad giveaway.
And we get the clear.
All right, go off on a change, boys.
Oh, a broken stick for Hagee. Nearly collected it. But the other Canes player. And then
here we go.
Kachuk
Johnny.
waits for Bennett. Over to Kachuk. Kachuk will go around the nets. Kachuk waits. Sends it to Forsling. Over to Verhaeghe. He shoots.
Yeah,
goes
wide.
No
room there, but what the hell?
Bennett over to Verhaeghe. Back to Bennett. Bennett waits. Bennett looks Ekblad now. Ekblad, there is still a Canes player without a stick. Verhaeghe over to Bennett.
Yes! There it is. That's for
Bennett.
Yes.
That was some good shit.
Oh, that's not right, man. That ain't right.
So another
wasn't nice.
Another goal for Bennett for the puppies.
That's two for Bennett.
And I believe that's Verhaeghe's second or third assist of the night. No, it's his third. What a play. And the Panthers, I believe, with less than a minute to go in this second period, have taken the 4-0 lead.
Verhaeghe again.
Verhaeghe around the net and then got it to Bennett.
Wow.
You guys were making fun of his Verhaeghe-itis. I guess he's
cured. He's cured his Verhaeghe-itis.
Yeah.
39 seconds left.
Yes, he doesn't have Verhaeghe-itis anymore.
So that was a
don't give it back now.
Yeah. It's great to have that late goal to make it 4-0.
Oh, second's over, right?
We're waiting. Less than 10 seconds remaining in the second. I'm sure the puck will just stay in that corner. Luosterainen with a couple of shoves. Look
at that.
That is the end of the second. The Panthers extends the lead 4-0. Wow.
This is not even terrible for the rating.
Imagine how the Canes fans are feeling right now. Dennis says, I don't want to take credit, but ever since I started watching games in my family room, we have played lights out, just saying. Yeah, the game is not over. Game is not over, but I sure love having this 4-0 lead after 2. How did Carolina make it past the Caps? Dana says free adoption fees. The shelters in Broward are at capacity. Julian says Carolina doesn't deserve this. Even I feel bad for them. Well, I'm just surprised. I'm surprised that the Canes have not found a way to crack Florida's defensive system. Yeah, just need to keep the foot on the gas in the third. What are the lines now with Rhino out? Well, essentially, we just have 4 flying guys taking double shifts, taking turns at random with all the other lines. Praga says, hi, Gain. Hello, Praga. Drew says, what's up, everyone? Any update on Reinhardt? Well, we know he is out for the remainder of this game with a, quote, lower body injury. Can we have Kachuk, Bennett, and Marchand on the same line? Well, they're only using the 4th line players on double shifting. And if Reinhardt can't play next game, probably Boquist draws back in. Anthony says, I was reading an article recently and they were talking about the cap going up, and they were saying that it's going to help teams like Dallas, Florida, and Tampa without state taxes. So,
okay, pancake time.
Yep, pancake time.
Okay.
And can you get me water? Yeah.
Yep. Baby, good.
So the Thunder lead the Timberwolves 58-50 at halftime. So that's a pretty close game. So I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom.
Pancakes are down here. Hey, Dede. Hey, baby. Hey, Joe. I won't take your space. Space hook up.
Introducing 3-row all-electric Hyundai with class-leading interior space.
Ready for an ultra? Racing for an ultra. Don't forget,
Hey, Leah.
Dylan says, I can hear urinating trees. Raleigh! Praga says, was on a Leafs chat today. One of the Leafs fans said, we don't want Bennett. He only shows up in the playoffs. Oh my God. Tell me you're joking. Leafs. There's not a Leafs fan who would be dumb enough to say that, right, Praga? The Canes gave up only 7 goals to the Capitals all series, and they have given up 9 against us in 1 2/3 games. Well, it looks like this. It looks like the basketball game is at halftime.
Kiddo.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Playoff pancakes. Playoff pancakes beholds their majesty. Florida man says the NHL better look at that Aho hit on Rhino. So yeah. So yeah, the Panthers after 2 periods are winning 4-0 against the Hurricanes. Florida man says Rhino's hit looks bad. Well, hopefully the hit looks worse than it actually is in terms of, let's hope that Reinhardt is not too severely injured. I think the Panthers would be okay. The Panthers will be okay if he misses time. If he needs to be rested for the finals, so be it. Yari says, oof, watched the slow-mo on Reinhardt's hit. The knee is not supposed to bend like that. Michael says it's highly possible it's an MCL injury given the way his knee bent.
Today asked my mom to watch the kids so I could go to Kohl's. Yeah. Anything for Kohl's Memorial Day sale. So that the sun and summer days.
Those pancakes are so good.
On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands. Bring taste, bring down prices you love, delivered fast.
Cats in Seventh Heaven says, what's up, y'all? SoFlo native and diehard SoFlo sports fan. Found your YouTube channel recently. Appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work, boys. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's much appreciated.
Really don't know me, do you? The best high concept sci-fi rigmarole in the universe is back. Rick and Morty, new season premieres Sunday night at 11 on Adult Swim.
Drew says Reinhardt's facial expression didn't look too bad.
Entering the cake arena.
Never see me do anything like this before.
You'll face 6 competitors.
I'm outnumbered.
For 6 different challenges.
This is insane.
All at the same time. To make super mega cakes.
This is amazing.
Series premieres Monday, June 16th at 9.
Drew says they didn't even find when the puck was shot. And Marchand, they probably won't do anything to Aho.
Discover the official card of the NHL.
Jari says these first 2 games have been quite weird. Canes have a lot of issues to even start their Carousel game. Now, hope Cats do not bring their Marlboros on third period. Yeah, there's still a period to go. Michael says most definite. I do not think it's season ending, but since he was sitting on the bench for a little bit and not going straight to the lockers. Well, what tells me that Rhino will most likely be okay is he was able to skate. He was able to skate off the ice. If there was an injury that had done damage to, say, a ligament, he would have immediately lost stability and be unable to put any weight on that leg.
But our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Farming, where money means more.
You're telling me when I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro?
Praga says, I used to watch Brindamore play at Michigan State. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Also at T-Mobile, you save at least 20% versus the other big guys.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma. Box of raisins. I'm a mom. A balloon. Banana appeal.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in, you don't need to pay off your old phone up to $800.
Take whatever you want.
All right, Fridays. Let's say Glenn is a customer.
So, what are your predictions for the third period? Do any of the Hurricanes get a goal? Gabriel Cruz says, very true. It's a good sign that Reinhardt skated on his own to the bench.
Oh no, you're not going to sing again, are you?
I use PayPal to buy this ticket. I'm paying it off in 4 payments. No fees, no interest.
No one else has no interest? Me.
Pay in store, pay online, pay over time. Don't just pay.
Kate says, I remember when Brind'Amour was a player and the Red Wings were his absolute bane. Trey says, these games are actually making me think the Leafs need to relax. Maybe they really are close. JC says, can we take a second to appreciate that we got E2 from Carolina in 1920? In the 2019-2020 season. Exhumed by Scrying Eye says, I've torn ligaments in my ankle. If it was anything like that, I don't care how tough you aren't getting back up. A bone bruise can be very painful, though, hoping for the best. Yeah, I once twisted my knee essentially while dancing. My knee popped and then immediately popped back in. So I ended up with no torn ligaments or anything like that, but I ended up with a bone bruise that had me limping for a while. Third period's about to start. Anderson has been pulled. Canes win the face-off to start the third. I mean, he surrendered 4 goals on 16 shots after surrendering 5 goals on 20 shots the previous game.
Right.
So it will be up to Kochetkov. Carrier flipped the puck in. Jarvis with the puck at the side of the net. Aho behind the net. Bob with the save. We have 300 people watching.
Outstanding.
Kochetkov, yeah, there he is. Dennis says, by the way, Bob is 3rd in Conn Smythe odds right now.
Let me guess, behind McDavid and Draisaitl. Right?
Oh, I bet it's McDavid and Rantanen.
Yeah, Rantanen should be in there, yeah.
No sick with the puck. He gets the clear. Bob with the puck. He flips it over to Nosek. Sent around. Canes retake possession. Orlov with the shot. It's Nosek with the puck. Kochetkov makes the glove save. McDavid and Rant. Superhero Cat says, hey guys, Canes fan here. Good game, Florida. Happy for for y'all. I feel like your team's destined for greatness, and I don't know how anyone's going to stop you all. I'm embarrassed to be a fan of Carolina right now, lol.
Well, I appreciate the nice things about the team. I wouldn't be embarrassed. Right now, Florida's just, we've seen, when I say we, I mean Kyle and I, we've seen this team play like this before.
Yeah.
When they get on a groove, it's just
all but
it's
impossible.
all but impossible.
Oh, Kochetkov with another save. 18:44 to go. Justin says, don't you guys find it amazing how we get no respect from national media? Like the commentators for both TNT and ESPN are clearly rooting for the other teams. JC says, I don't know. Dallas is crazy good and just as physical. Not to mention Stars' power play is almost automatic. Schmidt sends it around. It went off of Lundell's stick. Roslovic pressured. Marchand able to get the puck. He shoots. It bounces away. Lundell didn't know the puck was right behind him. Yeah, I mean, the Stars look damn impressive, especially after the victory they had last night. But, you know, I've learned not to count the Oilers out. Ever.
Exactly.
Well, Paul, Gus Forsling with his first goal of the playoffs. How important is your defense contributing offensively to what you guys do? You've got a goal from every D-man now.
Getting pucks through, right? We've just got through 2 series of heavy shot blocking teams. These guys put a lot of pressure on the point, so those guys getting the puck pass, and if they get one by, they're going good for us, but they're really important for us trying to get some zone time there.
Henrik Lundqvist called the first period a clinic. The second period went pretty well, too. I know not everything is good for the Panthers right now, but as a coach, when the game itself seems to be rolling...
Puck collected by the Canes. Andrew, thank you for the 5.
Andrew, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Says, hey, Jaws, sent you an email. Can you look at it during commercial and give me some feedback? The Reinhardt hits.
Oh, I can't check that email on my phone, but I don't have that email on my phone on the Flying Fluffy Hockey. I have my work Gmail on this phone.
Trevor says, Kyle, are the Panthers playing better than game 1 or the Canes playing worse?
I think it's pretty much the same. Honestly.
Yeah, it's been pretty much the same minus the fact that the Canes have not scored yet. Yeah, like Michael says, 21 goals in the last 4 road games is nuts.
Yeah. We were worried about this team scoring goals.
Yeah. Imagine that. Well, early in the Toronto series, the problem wasn't lack of goal scoring. It was defense and goaltending.
Yeah.
Stankoven at center ice, taken down by Greer, which allows...
What, they're going to give us a penalty now?
Dennis says they're playing better. We got dominated in the face-off circle in game 1, not so much in this game.
Right.
So Greer gets called for tripping Stankoven.
I see.
So Panthers back on the penalty kill. Where's Donna?
She's just upstairs. She's a little tired, so she's just going to hang and watch the stream up there.
Oh, okay. All right, so penalty kill once again, 16:51 to go. Jarvis fell down. Ekblad looks, it's deflected. Jarvis might be skating a little wobbly out there. Apparently he took a hit and he just fell on the face-off that just happened.
Oh.
Jason Todd says, kill this. Also, I need a Marshy Shorty, please. Jarvis with the puck over to Aho. Soap says, only thing I would say if it's Carolina's making mistakes, let them keep making them. Hey, True, how you doing?
Hey, True.
All right, puck behind the net. Mikula sends it not far enough. Burns with the pass. Mikula turns it right back over to the Canes. Burns passes the puck along. Svechnikov. Jones and Svechnikov collided. Burns now with the puck over to Blake. Aho sends it wide, and it goes out of play. Jeffrey Lipman says, good day, down under.
Hey, bud.
Right there, see? Jarvis is not looking right out there. So Lundell and now Ekblad. Lundell on the right, Ekblad on his left. Lundell leaves it for Barkov. Barkov just kills time. Tons, thank you for the 10.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
Thank you for the 10.
Thank you, Tons.
So the Panthers kill the penalty. This is Tons saying, sweeping Canes. Dallas, Edmonton, bring it on. You ain't beating us. Sorry. We appreciate the enthusiasm, Tons. Yeah, Jarvis went to the locker room, says Michael.
Yeah.
$14:28 to go in the third. Jarvis took a hit this period, I believe, and then he started getting all wobbly and falling down while skating. So he tried to gut it out, but now he's in the locker room. Derek says, hello, Derek.
Hey, bud.
Canes win the faceoff. Orlov shot deflects wide. Chris says, no praising this team and or celebrating. 7 more wins.
Right.
And Tom says, the depth. Seth Jones with the puck. Mikula fell down. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Kachuk tries to pass to Greer.
Damn.
Unsuccessful. Good defensive play.
Yep. Oh, Kachuk just got high sticked. And they didn't call. The ref just watched it and didn't call it.
Bob loves the puck.
I mean, he stood there and watched it and didn't call it.
There's Kachuk. Yeah, that's a blatant high stick.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like life was smooth.
Cade says that reminds me what happens to PJ. PJ Jones? Actually, have not seen him since game 1 in the chat.
Yeah.
As a member of Navy Federal Credit Union, Nick feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things, like crossing this river. What if his feet get wet? Did he bring extra socks? Are there salmon in the river? Are salmon aggressive? Nick has a lot of things to worry about.
Michael says Mikkola was a tree and Jarvis a Ford Focus.
Our members are the mission.
Well, I don't think I saw the hits.
Yeah.
New Chipotle honey chicken.
Okay, so
Pure honey and seared smoked peppers.
Panthers still leading 4-0 in the third period.
And a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle honey chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
JC says, saw someone selling a Tavares Leafs jersey on Reddit. I offered $19.67.
Oh my God.
Oh. Michael says, Jaws, y'all could get some cheap Toronto jerseys for future streams. So Kachuk is fine.
Yeah.
Canes win the face-off. Martinook shot deflected wide. Goes behind the net. Mikkola able to pick it up. Gets the clear. Nosek and Barkov. He passes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking. Sends it to Nosek, but it bounces backwards. Now Martinook on the rush. He chooses to just dump the puck in. Mikkola over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez flips the puck across the Canes blue line. Burns passes to Slavin. Slavin. The puck stalls at the Panthers blue line. So it is Jankowski gets swarmed by Panthers. What a stop. Bob denies Blake. Gossespear is just standing there behind his own nets. He gets the stretch pass over. Robinson tied up by Schmidt, and then Schmidt hits the other Canes player with the puck. Blake, I think Bob stopped that. Luosterainen gets it out. Lundell battling against Orlov allows Luosterainen to get it back to Lundell, and then the defensemen settle down the puck. Ekblad waits. He chooses the pass, but it's deflected. Did it hit the scoreboard?
No.
Game 2 tomorrow on ESPN Plus, Oilers, Stars.
11:43 to go in the third period.
Game 3 Sunday afternoon on ABC and ESPN Plus. That's 3 Eastern. Sunday afternoon from Edmonton.
All right, so Bob passes it to Ekblad. Fallstore says, I'm about to have banana bread. Puck rolls back into the Panthers zone. Ekblad flips it out. Verhaeghe crosses the blue line, but sent it backwards, allowing, okay, good, we have 2 defensemen back. Roslovic shot stopped by Bob, and then the rebound rolls all the way out of the zone. Brent Burns passes it along. Orlov with the puck in his own zone. Stretch pass bounces around the neutral zone. Bob sends it back around. Seth Jones trying to collect the puck. He sends it to Lundell. Lundell kicks it out, but it goes to Slavin, who passes it to Carrier. Blake met with some resistance. Oh,
Yeah. And they're just
fight.
Let's go.
Mikula and Aho. They're not dropping the gloves.
and then he shoves Lundell. What a punk.
David says it took 5 games last series to empty arena and get them to boo their own team. Did it in 2 games this time. So Marchand cross-checked Gostisbehere in the back after the whistle had blown. Right there. See?
Oh, what a dive. What a dive.
Looks like shenanigans you would expect. So I think the Canes are back on the power play. I think they blew the whistle while we had the puck.
I guess another one, right?
All right, another penalty kill with 10:26 to go. Anytime you want to score shorthanded. Trey is laughing at Marcy. Burns passes the puck to Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall passes the puck. Oh, Taylor Hall nearly had a chance to shoot. And then he sends it out.
Under 10 to go.
Burns sends the puck up ahead. It is collected by Roslovic. And then, go,
here we go.
It's Marchand, I think. Marchand.
Oh, damn. They got a stick on it right at the end.
That would have been hilarious if Marchand scored. Wow. And he has it again. He has Lundell on his light. Lundell looks. Marchand. Man, how did that not go in? Marchand must have not had it. We've had two high danger scoring chances short-handed. Let's see. Aho moves the puck. It goes to Gostisbehere. He shoots. It's blocked. Aho recollects it. Tries to send it over to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere looks. Ends the Canes with a bone-headed play, forcing them to reset. Jarvis. Wait, is that Jarvis? Is he back out there? Yeah, he's back out on the ice. So he must be feeling okay. That's good. Gostisbehere over to Jarvis. Shot deflected away, I think, by Bob. And that is the end of the Canes power play.
Okay.
No shots for Carolina on the power play. Blake gets hit by Schmidt. And then the puck is recollected. Verhaeghe loses it to Slavin. Bob with the stop. And then Schmidt picks up the puck again. Schmidt over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe with a bad giveaway to Slavin. Bob's pass was deflected, but Kulikov able to disrupt Carrier for long enough. Puck gloved by Bob with 7:46 to go. I mean, Burns with the good play there to keep Marchand from scoring. Cade says, I never thought I would say this, but thank you, Boston, for Marshy.
Right?
Jason Todd says, dude, I have to apologize to Schmidt. He's doing well right now.
He is. He's playing. The whole team is playing well.
Protect what's important to him.
Okay. Everything is good.
Yeah, we just have to lock it down for the rest of the period.
Finish this. It's so weird. It don't even feel like playoff intensity. You know what I mean? It's like,
well,
I'm happy with it, but it's like the stress, the heart palpitations and the stress have not manifested yet in this series.
Well, that's what happens when not every game is a 1-goal win.
Right. 4 overtimes.
I mean, so far this has been just the complete opposite of the 2023 conference finals in terms of how tight the games end up. Adonis says Freddie finished the first period with a .400 save percentage and is now benched with another .750 save percentage. Yeah. All right, Canes with the puck. Carrier sends it through the paint. It's Sam Bennett's second career multi-goal playoff game. His first since 2020 versus Dallas.
Wow.
That must have been
With Calgary.
That's with Calgary. Wow. Kochetkov moves the puck along. Nosek and Gadjo are there. Nosek sends it straight to Robinson. Hey, Michael, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
Michael.
Thank you, bud.
Says, to think that we were chanting we want Swayman game 1 of this season
over the net.
To getting their captain and loving him.
Right.
Looks like we are going on the power play.
Yeah.
Lundell with the puck. And now it's touched by Slavin. So with 6:43 to go, Panthers back on the power play.
It's got to be hard for the fans to,
Yeah.
hate and just.
Yeah.
It's just been a no-show the whole game.
The Canes had been undefeated at home the entire postseason. Right. They surrendered 7 goals the entire series to the Capitals, and it took less than a game
and a half.
It took about a game and a half, or game and 2/3.
Game and a period, because we had 5 the other game. We had 8. We had 3 in the first period.
Well, a game and 2/3 in, the Panthers have scored 9 goals.
Right.
Yeah. Barkov with the puck. Sends it back to the blue line. Kachuk tried to send it to Rodriguez. Barkov. So we'll get our first look at what the power play without Reinhardt is like. Kachuk, Barkov, Rodriguez, Jones.
There we go.
Whoa!
There we go. All right. I think that's the captain. I think that's Barkov. Jeez.
Wow. I believe it's the captain, Sasha Barkov. making it 5-0 off the deflection. Yeah, Ekblad deflected. Ekblad shot it.
Yep,
and then it got
wow,
deflected by
deflection
what a
from
deflection
Barkov.
by Barkov. That's beautiful. So that's Barkov's just his 4th goal this postseason. So Big Dog says, "Yay, every time I turn on your stream, we score. I love this." It was Barkov's 1st goal in the last 6 games. Wow.
Jeez.
So 2 for 3 on the power play in game 1 and then 2 for 2 tonight. Green Loogie says it was rumored during Four Nations that Bennett, Reinhardt, and Marchand spent a considerable amount of time in a steakhouse in Montreal, so I believe Marchand was asking questions.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Joe, thank you for the 5.
Hey, Uncle Joe, thank you,
Uncle
Thank
Joe.
you, Uncle Joe.
Says
Thank you.
$5 for 5 Panthers goals. Again.
Thank you, bud.
Doesn't that make that 22 goals in the last 4 road games? Hey, Sean, Sean, cool it with the broom.
No brooms.
You know how many Leafs fans were probably using the broom emoji after game 2 or halfway through game 3? Barkov assisted by Ekblad and Rodriguez.
Man.
Gostisbehere. Where's that puck? It rolls to the corner. It rolls all the way down. Kochetkov plays it. So Bob leaves the puck for Forsling. So
I'm sure Toronto fans are thinking, wait a minute. We fired the general manager that took this team to 7 games. You know what I mean? Probably not, but maybe they should.
Well, I mean,
like losing to the Panthers ain't exactly an embarrassment.
I think it's more of the fact that Gadjo had as many goals as.
I know, but look what we've done to Carolina those 2 games. This is the same thing we did to Toronto in games 5 and game 7. That's the point I'm making. I don't think Toronto was the common denominator is the Panthers.
The Panthers once again have 5 goals on 20 shots.
Man.
So with 3:02 to go in the thirds, the Panthers have a 5-0 lead. Sean says, give me Marchand versus Gostisbehere fight again.
Right.
Wow.
We haven't even needed the fist pumps in this game. We did one before the game.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Yeah. Ton says we're badass, but I'm surprised we kicked their asses so bad. Thought Canes would play better tonight. He thinks this series is so over in 4 or 5.
What's Chris asking us?
Jaws, do you want a sweet? You know what he's.
I mean, you never want to lose a game on purpose. It would be foolish to do anything but try to win every game And if you get a rest, you get a rest. It's considering the way Carolina is hitting like they did with Reinhardt today. The shorter this series, the better.
Michael says there have been 7 games for the Panthers where they scored 5 or more goals this postseason.
Man.
Hey, Watch Medicine, thank you for the
Thank you,
2.
Watch. Thank you.
Thank you, Watch Medicine. It says Carolina Hurricanes, more like tropical depression. Yeah, I'm sure the fans are depressed in Raleigh right now. Like, look at all those empty seats. You see it?
I see it. Oh my God.
Yeah. So the question becomes now, what happens when this goes back home?
I mean, you have to take advantage of where you have this team right now and just finish it.
The Panthers are the 6th team in Stanley Cup playoff history with 5+ goals in 4 consecutive road games. Ryan Craigle says pathetic. He must be the Canes fan.
Yeah.
Like, Lusterainen with the puck. Hey, Chris Wilson Fishing, thank you for the 20.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Chris. Says,
appreciate it, buddy.
Woot, woot. Let's go, Cats. Watch Medicine says, I'll be there for Game 4 in Sunrise.
All right. You guys might get to see the
Maybe.
trophy.
Not the trophy.
Well, the other trophy. The one that we can't touch.
Can't touch this. Doom, doom, doom.
Jeez.
Ryan says,
they're going to cost me a lot of money not taking this series to 7.
Ryan says, I say pathetic because I'm watching at the arena live.
Gotcha.
Gostisbehere passes the puck. Shot blocked. Greers gets it to his teammates. Mikey says this is a deflating loss for them.
I'm sure the narrative, I'm assuming that the narrative was, hey, it's just one game. Let's come out at home, play our best game, get the sucker tied up. And
yeah. I mean, the Canes.
No, they waved off the ice. Even the ref is like, F it, let's go home.
Rick Bones says, throw the damn towel.
Yeah, that's another one that the ref just blew off the icing.
Yeah, just
let us hold the puck back there, guys. What are you doing? You're going to lay a hit? You dummies. Come on.
Let's see. Shot stopped by Bob. Just hang on to the puck. Rodriguez gets the clear.
Okay, I think they finally given up. They finally have decided enough is enough. Wow.
The Panthers win.
I mean,
a shutout Game 2, 5-0 to take a 2-0 series lead. It is Bobrovsky's 6th career postseason shutout, his 2nd versus Carolina, and a franchise record 3 in a single postseason for the Panthers. And for the Hurricanes, that streak is now 14 Eastern Conference Finals losses.
I mean, I didn't even break a sweat. I didn't even break a sweat sitting here.
Yeah. Wow.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna go talk gently to the camera. There's no sense in yelling at it.
Hey, Trey, 2 puntos. Thank you, Trey. And Great White, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Great White. Thank you. Trey says, 2 puntos, Sierra Patrono. Great White, thank you for the 20, says if Canes go down 3 games in Florida, it's over. Sounds about right. Rick Bones says hope Canes are good on the road because they just lost home advantage. Wow. Yeah, this was a show no mercy win. Hopefully Reinhardt is okay. If he needs to rest, he needs to rest. Praga says, wait, I thought we were playing the Blackhawks. Is this the Canes? Real Brother Gene says, Brother Kyle, that's 10 and the shutouts. So, Chad is a proud Panther fan. That's awesome. Yeah. Real Cinema says what we just did violated the Geneva Convention in about 100 different ways and should be illegal for people under 18 to watch. Hey, Jake. Thank you for the 10, Jake. Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Jake. Says Bobrovsky proves his haters wrong again. Real Brother Gene says if we keep this intensity and don't mess with the lines, it's over. So, wow.
Is approved for adults with bipolar 1 disorder with acute mixed or manic episodes. Unlike some drugs for bipolar 1 disorder, nausea, vomiting, and restlessness are not common.
So the Panthers win 5-0. And like Jaws said, Jaws hardly broke a sweat tonight. This is the Panthers have had 4 straight road games where they just completely dominated from start to finish. Hey, Chris, thank you for the 2. Chris, thank you for the 2. Says, good game, refocus, 6 more wins next game. Yes, now the Panthers go home. The Panthers head to Sunrise with a 2-0 series lead. And the Canes probably are going to be desperate. They will probably play game 3 like it's an elimination game. Exhumed by Scrying Eye says, I like games where my heart rate stays below 120 beats per minute. Geo Cali says, Kyle, you're the man. Yeah, let's not mess up at home. The Leafs went up 2-0 on us in the second round, and they looked like they were going to run away with game 3 as well, but the momentum changed on a dime, so the Panthers just have to keep playing their game. Yeah, hopefully it's just a sprain for Rhino. Yeah, those games weren't this much of a blowout. Well, game 1 was a blowout until the third period, where the Panthers scored all those goals. George says that's a neat looking score there. I am stunned. Like, I did not anticipate the Panthers outscoring the Canes 10-2 in the first 2 games of the series and getting a shutout in one of these games. Tim Black says, seems that all the guys with a subpar regular season, they were just saving those goals and Panthers hockey for the playoffs. Yeah. You had Forsling score. You had Kachuk score. You had Bennett score twice. And you had the captain Barkov scoring. Panthers at least 3 times at least had beautiful deflection goals. Yeah. Jay Miami says Panthers can't get comfortable play out there for the fans. Yeah.
Connection means that's what with AT&T, they proactively make it right with a credit for full day service if there is an application. That's the AT&T guarantee.
So yeah, John Wayne's 45 says all those Toronto fans better bite their tongue. Dietrich says your dad's score prediction was pretty close. George says, and that's in Carolina. If a home ice advantage means something to them, and this happens. So the Panthers head back to Sunrise with a 2-0 series lead and a golden opportunity to potentially take the 3-0 series lead in Game 3. So what a game. It feels good. It feels good not to have the stress. Of course, I want the Panthers to keep this up. The Panthers need to keep playing like this at home. Austin says the Panthers are 7-2 on the road in the postseason. Mr. Fid says, I think we have a chance against the Hurricanes. So, there's still a lot of series to go. I am going to be highly intrigued by how I'm going to be very intrigued by how the Panthers come out in Game 3, what the Canes can do to respond. I agree with Brother Gene, says it doesn't matter who we play if we keep this intensity up. George says, is it more important to be better at home or better on the road? Well, considering that the Panthers have not had home ice advantage at all throughout this entire postseason, just like in 2023, I'd say being 7-2 on the road is really nice. Yeah, Crew says, great game. We cannot let up. Got to stay in this mindset for next series. The Western teams are way faster than Lina. Copernicus says, woo! Yeah, Reinhardt, hopefully it's not too serious. Panthers most likely will be able to take care of business, even if Reinhart needs to rest. We would like him for the finals. Dietrich says most Canes fans are leagues better than Leafs fans. John Wayne's 45 says every commentator says, what's wrong with Toronto? What's wrong with Carolina? How about what an ass kicking by the Cats?
Say this, Rudy's elbows, they're strong. They're strong.
Dietrich says Benny was so good tonight. Yeah. Bennett with 2 goals. Swaggy, the entire second line, Bennett, Verhaeghe, and Tkachuk all had at least 1 goal. And I think they all had at least 1 assist. Sens Doodle says this team is so deep they could probably win without Reinhart in the finals, just in case he's out for the postseason. Well, I would like not to have to test that theory if it's possible. Reinhart needs methline blue. Well, the Thunder are winning by 14 with less than 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Copernicus, thank you for the 5. Thank you, Copernicus. Thank you, Copernicus. Says, love you guys. Hope all is well. Thank you again, Copernicus, for the 5. Says, sorry I haven't been on the live streams. College is a bitch. Great work, as always, Kyle and Jaws. Go Cats. There. I shall not. I'll say this right now. I do not. Neither Jaws or I will tolerate any calls for deliberate retaliation against Aho or any other Canes players. We don't roll like that. We do not sit here and say go for Aho's knees. Just so we're clear. John Wayne's 45 says, okay. Yeah, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Copernicus says Aho is not a dirty guy. With that being said, yeah, the hit was a little suspicious given the dirty way they've been played. Every one of these hits and whatnot across the first couple of games, they all strike me as about borderline.
All right. What time does the Panthers game start?
What?
What time does the Panther game start?
It's already over.
What?
We won 5-0.
What? It's the Eastern Conference Finals. You don't win 5-0.
Well, we just did.
You're making that up just to get me mad when I find out the real score.
Sans Doodle says the fury of playing without Reinhart is being proven right before your eyes with Carolina. Well, Carolina is one thing. I do not want to be down Reinhardt if the Panthers get the privilege of playing Edmonton or Dallas. Mr. Vince says 14 straight conference finals losses for the Kings. Colin asks, what did the puppet say about Reinhardt?
Honestly, I feel like it might just be precautionary that he was out. It might just be that it was 3-0, and there would just be no sense in. I mean, Greer, Gadjevich, and Nosek haven't played a lot of hockey compared to what a lot of these older guys have played. And there would be no sense in sending Reinhardt out there to struggle, even if he could play, when we got all those guys with fresh legs. And at 3-0, the only thing you need is defense. You know what I mean? So all we know, it was just a matter of he's sore. Maybe he could have continued, but why do it?
Jake says Kachuk got mad at both Lundell and Mikula for not going after Aho. They're saying he was yelling at them.
Really?
What is that, a report on Twitter or something?
Huh. That's interesting.
We'll have to find out exactly. Was that something that was just said in an interview, or was it something someone spotted and wrote about it on Twitter? Is that just speculation?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we need a John Boy lip reading, I guess. So, all right, everybody, go enjoy the rest of your night. I don't even feel like we played a game. It's great. It's great, but it's just like Carolina is gonna be a challenge at some point in this series, right?
Well, game 3, they'll have to play it like an elimination.
Have to play it like an elimination game. There's nothing they can.
Trey says Mikula did go after Aho. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Well, who knows? We'll have to look at that. So, all right, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all very much for all the super chats. And I will see you tomorrow live at noon, and then tomorrow afternoon, Kyle begins his gardening YouTube channel, where he's going to be outside for the ladies, topless, clipping the bushes that are up along the side of the fence over here.
I don't know where Jaws comes up with this stuff. Copernicus with one last question says, what are your guys' thoughts on Marchand? Tarasenko was amazing, but just seems like a rental. Feel like Marchand is just a perfect fit.
I'd love to be able to keep him if we can afford it, but we're going to have to talk to Bennett and Ekblad about that. So,
all right,
everybody, enjoy your night.
Good night, everyone.